Another big shock and a stunning rescue tonight to our country's banking system.
First Republic Bank, based here in California, just got a $30 billion bailout to stay afloat after customers feared it would collapse and raced to take out their money, and its stock dropped 70% in just a week.
Well, KCAL News reporter Tom Wade is here with a look at the bailout and what the feds are saying and what they're doing to calm people's fears about America's banks after a brutal week of bad news.
That's right, Pat and Juan, a lot of moving parts here, right? So federal regulators and Wall Street all say the fundamentals of the banking system are strong, but high interest rates have cut into the lending business that banks rely on for their profits. The latest bank to suffer is First Republic, and it has a large presence in Southern California. On Wall Street, stocks closed higher Thursday after big banks announced they'll rescue California-based First Republic Bank, which has branches all across Southern California and caters to high-end businesses and wealthy clients. You can find their branches in places like Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, Manhattan Beach, Irvine, Palm Springs, and Studio City, where we found some rattled customers closing their accounts.
It's added to my decision.
This man at the branch in Studio City says news of First Republic's troubles made the bank feel too risky.
Altogether, I decided to close this account. It's not a big money, but still money especially for retired people. Right.
As some people came to pull out their money, fearing First Republic would be the third major bank to fail in a week, others are staying put, including Hollywood icon Morgan Fairchild, who came to the Studio City branch with cookies for the staff.
I love the staff here. I love this bank. I haven't taken my money out. I don't intend to take my money out. I'm actually dropping them off because they've been through such a rough time. I'm bringing them St. Patrick's Day cookies.
The infusion of $30 billion to save the troubled lender came from 11 of the nation's largest financial institutions. First Republic had lost a quarter of its value by noon and rattled markets. It would later rebound.
Basically, it boils down to this. Anybody who picked up a lot of deposits are the banks who are in trouble right now.
Christopher Thornburg is the founding partner of Beacon Economics, an independent research and consulting firm. He says the massive infusion of cash into the economy because of COVID stimulus made banks flush with cheap cash, and now higher interest rates from the Fed to control inflation have dried up their lending businesses.
The banking system is fine, but you cannot have two violent changes in Fed policy in 3 years and not create unmitigated stress in the banking system.
On Capitol Hill, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told lawmakers the American banking system remains sound.
We worked with the Federal Reserve and FDIC to protect all depositors of the two failed banks.
Bottom line, economists and experts say fear can drive folks to make impulsive and irrational decisions.
To paraphrase Thoreau, desperation is not a characteristic of wisdom.
We reached out to First Republic Bank directly to ask about the specifics of how this happened and did not hear back. Lawmakers are also probing whether social media played a role in causing people to withdraw from their accounts. I think that's a big part of this, well, at least that's a big part of the investigation into this.
Yeah, first of all, can we just say how nice it was to see Morgan Fairchild?
She was just an angel.
Okay.
She sure was.
Okay. The question about social media, what exactly does that mean? What role could they have possibly play?
Right, so there's concern that people on social media may have been posting information that drove people to make choices maybe that they shouldn't have, to act in haste. And this could have been the first situation driven by social media, people hearing information that maybe worried them or panicked them and sent them to the bank.
Well, we saw it during the pandemic too, toilet paper, remember that? A lot of people were posting about supermarkets not having it, and that created a run on that.
Similar situation, but obviously a lot more dire.
I was going to say, you don't want to hear you don't have your money.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Thanks, Pat.
Next time.